Hello everyone, welcome to the first of a series of tutorials I'm going to be doing on Henryk Wieniawski's legato modern for electric guitar. Now if you don't play electric guitar you might find some interest in this. I'd love to hear from you as well, but I just think these exercises they're very useful in actually just brushing up on your technique and actually pushing it towards that next stage, just getting rid of some of the cliches. The ironic thing is that they're probably going to become cliches the more you actually do them, but there's a lot in them anyway. So what I'm going to start with in this video is what's known as le Sautille, which is like it's a bowing technique. But basically what you're doing, you're linking a few different picking techniques and some of the theory as well. So today I'm playing a 6-string guitar, one bridge pickup, so yeah, I'll play the melody through and then we'll go from there. So it's in C minor. Okay, that's the basic melody. I was slightly off, but anyway. So that's just alternate picking. And then there's that you have to like bar with your finger here. Now you can play that shape well, you've probably heard that lots of times anyway. But what's interesting is it's like some of the variations that he actually puts in, because you know we're getting into like melodic minor territory or harmonic minor territory, or you know, some just doing some sort of clever things which you might not normally do on a guitar. Now that's interesting, that bit. Because you've got these 3 notes here. Right, play it right. Now you can use that now for it's a bit like The Godfather, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so that's some of the basics. Now if we put some, like using a 1 pinnacle and 1 bridge pickup. Alright, okay. A bit of background noise there, but never mind. Delay, reverb. Now, for palm mute as well. And then we can take that lick again. Okay, so here I don't always use the pick. Quite often I'll just rest the pick in my hand and I'll just use my index finger. And then the other thing we can do as well, because like we're doing that chromatic thing. Now that's crying out for the whammy. I mean, like what I'm doing is something I got from Allen Holdsworth and Vinnie Moore. It's a thing where you play the note, but you use the whammy to actually. Watch you don't hit the wrong note. But if you do make a wrong note, don't worry about it too much. Don't dwell on that. Oh no, I got that wrong, and I have to go back, and because that's, if it's a natural mistake, I much rather hear that than sort of, oh, I've got this bit coming up now, I'm going to fluff it and whatever. Well, that brings me on to something else that I want to talk about. Just before I close this video, because it's going to be quite a short one today. I mean, you can get these, like sheet music. Right, great. And the sheet music's in front of you, and you've got the time signature, what key it's in, blah blah blah. But this is something that one of my music teachers told me, was the thing about bars. Now, that's just somebody's approximation to an actual performance. The actual original performance by Henryk Wieniawski, however many years ago. But bars, well, it's like bars in a cage. So it's boxing you in. It's stopping you from being free. So the first step is to actually, alright, learn the basics of the piece, to get the essence of what the composer was trying to achieve. But then you want to try and break free from the bars. Now, there's another thing. Then, if you're learning the scales and the different positions, then you're probably just playing across, the boxes. You can see quite a lot of things on YouTube about sort of 3 notes per string scales or 2 notes per string scales. But those are still boxes. So you've got bars and you've got boxes. Now they're still boxing you in. They're stopping you from being free. So don't be afraid to explore the rest of the, like you might try. I mean, for example, that opening. Well, this is. I mean, that's C to G. So I could play it here. I mean, I'm not a great advocate of tapping. I mean, this is probably the final point I'm going to make today. Look at your hands. Yeah. Now, I've got quite big hands. I always have, and I've got long fingers. Now that kind of gives me an advantage, because it means that, I can take my fingers off the fretboard. But it means that I have got quite a nice big stretch here, so I can get some playability that a lot of people might not, because I know some of my friends have only got like shorter fingers, so you might want to look at that. Now somebody like Django Reinhardt, you might have heard about him. He was involved in this terrible caravan accident where like an oil lamp spilled, and his his hands was very disfigured, and he only had like 2 fingers on one hand, which meant he had to develop a whole new style. And yeah, if you listen to Django's playing, he's absolutely incredible. You know, like, I mean, you wouldn't have called it shredding in his days, but all that gypsy jazz stuff, he's actually moving around the fretboard, you know, quite a lot, and he's getting a lot of expression in there. Tony Iommi, of course, you know, you might have heard about, because, you know, like, he had that terrible accident where he lost the tops of his fingers, and then he had some prosthetics made, and then he invented this whole style of like down tuning, and that you know, that was him. Maybe you play right-handed, you know. So these are just some other things to think about. There's no hard and fast rules with it. But sometimes it's worth looking at composers like Wieniawski and seeing like the amount of study that violinists have to put in. I mean, like this, you know, this kind of thing. They might be doing these exercises every day, or that might be their step, you know, to get to the next step. So I hope you got something out of that. Please comment below, and I'll see you soon. Thanks very much.